Hello lovelies, another day, another dollar. If you've been into my channel for a minute now, you will realize that I'm in a journey of either completing work in progresses, things that I started a long time ago, or just frogging them and starting a whole new project. So today we'll be working on this project that I started working literally exactly 1 year ago from a time such as this. I hit a bottleneck with the project. The yarn ended, and when you take a closer look at this yarn, it has a shiny element to it, like a Christmas tree or those graduation things. So getting that precise yarn has been mathematics. I once got this one and then I thought I'd gotten the correct one, but when I came and did the comparison, this one is a little bit darker. I've waited almost 1 year to finish the project, waiting for the perfect moment to get the perfect yarn, but then now I've decided this thing is taking forever. So I've decided that I'm going to work with this darker yarn. If it shows, it shows. If it doesn't show, it doesn't show. And when I compare this yarn and the yarns that I normally use, this is like 5 times more expensive, but totally worth it in my opinion. The intention of this project is to have an off-shoulder top. Initially, this is the measurements I had gotten, and when I placed it next to my body, I realized that it is not exactly, it's not off-shouldering nicely unless I want to get chopped on this other side. I decided to do a little bit of an increase with this one. Now, if you've been here for a minute, you know that sometimes I decide to continue with the project as is, or sometimes I consider trying to make a new project. So with this one, I felt like I'd fallen out of love with this one because I had an entire picture in my head when I was going to complete it, when I was going to wear it, and that boat sailed, and it sailed so hard, it was not even a boat, it was a jet. It flew. So I thought I was going to start a new pattern, but when the pattern was like this big, I put it next to my body and I realized it also had the same problem, that it was not off shouldering the correct way. In fact, when it was this big, it had shrunken a little bit more because this is a front post double crochet and it shrinks as you go up, and I realized it will be more snug than I anticipated. So I decided to continue with the project, and I also decided to continue with the yarn, and I said I'm going to love and leave the project as is. Okay? Yes. So if you're a person who is into creative stuff, that is crocheting, drawing, singing, anything art and craftsy, this is your place. This is a place to be. Kindly consider to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I post videos twice a week, every Monday, every Thursday, and I'm still testing out my channel. So at the moment, yes, I post every Monday and Thursday. Kindly check out for my videos and let us grow this family. That being said, let us complete this beautiful project. I hope I ultimately have that said off shoulder. In this one, I'm hoping to use this pattern on a different project because I've realized it's also a beautiful pattern, and I don't know if I'm going to work with it in a yarn that is unique or just same old yarn. If everything falls into place, this will be the front panel, and then now I'm working on the back panel, and that will be it. Today there's no beating around the bush, we're just easy peasy. You know, barely any crochet is easy peasy, but we try. Let me complete this, then I'll catch up with you in a few. Let us see if we love how these two pair. I had to do a couple of rows so that you can see the whole difference. So down here it's giving a little bit yellow, a mustard that is yellow. Up here it's giving a mustard that is brown. In a different setting, I'd say I hate the difference. But then right now there's a list of so many things to hate. This is literally at the bottom of the barrel. So I have decided where this is. I am not sure if I'll put this at the top or I'll put this at the top, but we'll figure out as we go. All I'm interested in right now is to have a completed project and add another wearable to my closet. This is the progress that we currently have. I'm curious to know, what is it that you're working on right now as you watch this? Are you a person who likes working on big projects? Are you a person who likes working on smaller projects? Are you a creative who is working on a very different endeavor? Talk to me. Let us have a conversation in the comment section. Just completed the project, and now the demarcation is now as clear as daylight. You can see where the brown mustard has started and where the yellow mustard has started. Yes. So now let me cut this end off. And this is such an expensive yarn, so I got one ball of yarn at about 150, 160. Currently it has used 4. So this is Kenya shillings. So 150 times 4, that is 600. Yes, the project is simple and it goes fast, but how much will you charge a client for this? Now, I have an idea. I got an idea. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? I'm gonna need you to pay attention. You at the back there. Pay attention. So this is the idea that I have. When I started this project, this is the front panel, quote unquote. This is the length I was working on, which now that I look at it, it's not really bad. But then I feel like for an off shoulder, I'll have to struggle to pull it behind. So this is the idea that I want. This front panel has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 9 clusters, and this one has, the one that I prefer has 11 clusters. So this is what I'm thinking. Okay, are you ready? I'm thinking to remake this project so that it has the 11 clusters. Yeah, obviously the yarn will end to some point. Then where the yarn ends, I will use this. Then it might not be a perfect match, but it will be a match, wouldn't it? Tell me that is not genius. Tell me that is not genius. I'm telling you, if there's anything this season has taught me, it is to learn, it is to adapt. It is to learn, it is to accept, it is to adapt. Learn, accept, adapt. In fact, let us not even use the word learn. It's like you meet an uncomfortable situation, you look at it so that you can perceive it. Then you start moving things around and see what can work. I got that idea and I thought, and now I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I just don't know what colors will go. It actually now looks like a design. I don't know what side will go to the neck and what side will go, but I'm so insanely excited. And then, you know, the yay part about this project is that it can be worn in cold weathers, like in Nairobi. In my opinion, Nairobi is cold. Much as it might not be cold as I post this, but Nairobi is cold for me. It can also be worn in coastal regions like say Malindi or Mombasa, which is my home ground. That is around the places that I move to find the end. Where did I finish this project from? You know, sometimes you finish a project and you just sigh with relief. You say, thank the Lord, this is no longer my problem. Whether you missed a stitch, whether you just, until now you have to unravel your own work. And you know, this is such a delicate yarn. Let me see if you can see it closely. The label says it's a 4-ply. So what that means is that there's 4 insanely thin yarns that has been debating whether to cut this end, and because it's such a fragile yarn, and then I cut it and realized that is not where I started. I realized this is where I started. Man, I will be so mad. Speaking of which, let me not even. I wanted to say, let me not even start there. Then I realized, oh girl, that is where I need to start actually. The place that I'm avoiding. And who knew? Who knew? Look at that. It's actually the end. I almost unraveled the project from the beginning. Oh my god. I hope I'm not jubilating. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we've gotten the end. Relax everyone. Relax. We're okay. We're fine. Okay? Since I did this a million years ago, I don't know how many. I don't know what the foundation chain is, but you know, I'll count. That one can't be the biggest problem that we have today. Sawa, see you in a few. Update, I have completed the panel. I don't know how I feel about it. When I thought of expanding the project, I thought it was going to end a little bit earlier than it did. I thought it's going to end like here, so that I have bigger portions of the brown mustard. But then, as you can see, it only took the second last row, and I did 16 rows on this side, so automatically I did 16 rows on this other side. But for some reasons, it was not aligning, so I had to add a row. So we have 17 on the front panel and 16 on the back panel. I'm not sure why the front panel seems to be a little bit smaller, but it is okay. There's a part of me that wants to unravel this part so that it looks perfect, you know, in the brown mustard from where the back panel is. But then the more I thought about perfecting this project, the more I realized it was beating the initial logic that I was trying to beat, because the whole point of this was to embrace the imperfection. It is what the Japanese call the wabi-sabi, you know. So I attached the panels with the stitch marker so that I can have an idea on how I'm going to adorn it. And these are the vibes. These are the vibes. So an off shoulder like so. Now, if I give you full disclosure, when I was working on this project initially last year, I only had barely 12 months of experience from when I had started crocheting. So my idea was just to do exactly this, you know, 2 panels and then attach the sides and the top was done. But then now, because I have become a seasoned crocheter, like I think I am average. I rate myself as average. I'm beginning to wonder if I should do a nice ending here, you know, do like a ribbing of either a slip stitch or a single stitch crochet. And because this is all we've left, there's a part of me that wants to do a front post, back post. You know, today is the first time I have understood why people use front post, back post in their finishing. Initially, I just thought that thing eats a lot of yarn and it is so chunky. I used to wonder, why do people do front post, back post? But today it has hit me. If you do front post, back post, you don't have to guesstimate. There's a chance, because it goes in rounds instead of going up and down. So for example, if I decide to do a slip stitch and I say 5, I am not sure if the 5 slip stitches will go all round. But if I do a front post, back post, it works in rows. So if one row is completed, one row is completed, the second row is not complete, like that. So now you are sure that if you've completed one, if you're starting on the second row, you've already completed the first, and so on and so forth. So I wish you could talk at real time. Do I need it flared up, or do I just I don't know. I'm going to do the finishing. No, wait. I'm going to complete this. I'm going to attach the sides, yeah? And extent of here. Look at the yarn that has remained. If it is enough, I'm going to do the finishing. If it's not enough, I'll just skip over it. So that is the progress. I'll come show you the finishing touches and tell you the decision that I've made. So this is the front panel, this is the back panel, and the good part about it is that now I can wear it reversible. So wabi sabi, just embracing the imperfection. So see you in a few. I have completed the project and I have decided to leave this one out because I sort of like the wavy pattern below, and I would have done a proper reveal, but yeah, my energy is depleted. So this is the fit. I'm not sure if it shows well with under this cloth, but this is the general fit, and I like that it can stay up the shoulder or it can go off the shoulder. I figured if I put the cinched waist here, it's going to erase the wavy pattern, plus this is all the yarn that is remaining. So I've decided against the snitched waist. That's it for today's video. Kindly consider to like, share, subscribe. Until the next one, bye.